What's up? Alex, crypto. Shout out to you guys. What's up? How's it going? Shout out to the Otter Gang. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to I'm a Freaking Beast. Shout out to Top 10. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for everybody else who's here. Why are we getting this dump? Well, I just shared this in the Discord. CME gap. If you haven't added this Bitcoin to your charts, CME gap, CME futures, Bitcoin CME futures, they leave gaps, BTC 1 exclamation mark. You can see gaps get created and they tend to get filled. Now we just set this up in the Discord, so if you missed it, you would have caught it. If you're in the Discord, I let everybody know. But yeah, you see how we print gaps here in this beautiful CME because it doesn't trade all the time and it takes breaks just like some other assets. We look to fill the gaps, and guess what? The gap is getting filled currently, so be careful out there. We're getting a bit of a dump and a bit of a rejection, but can we pump? Can we pump is the ultimate question here. I know some people are in longs. I know that we all want to make more gains, but do we want to fill up our bag and make some more guala money dollar bills, y'all? Well, if you're into that, well, stay tuned because we got a weekly candle here that has printed. And look at this. Would this be bearish or would it be bullish? What is your take on this candle here? If we are looking at the most recent printed candle here on the weekly, we can see that it is red or purple in my case, but it did not continue to come down. It's popped back up. And Top 10 says, when this gap's filled, it will fly again, then drop, question mark. Well, price just tends to move back to those gaps and fills them up. I'm not exactly sure why, but because there's a gap in that space there, price does like to fill them up. And we do have one down below, and it is looking like a bearish candle. It does look like a rejection from these highs. Now, if we're looking for one that's similar, well, it's hard to find one that's very similar. But I was looking back here. There's one here, kind of deal. It's brought us down. There's one here. It's brought us down. There's one here. It's brought us up, right? So it's kind of like more bearish, but more of an indecision of which way the market really wants to go because we've had such a dramatic pump that it looks like it's come down quite a bit from, obviously this is not a tweezer top, but it is looking a bit bearish to me in my opinion. So that's our weekly candle. We always got to update that on Monday, but today is Sunday for you guys, or Monday morning, whatever it is. Shout out to you guys. It's Monday afternoon in Australia, but I hope this is helping you guys out. We did have a poll. If you do prefer me to get up early and stream in the morning at 4 a.m., I will do it. For you guys, I will do it. It will be 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 5 p.m. GMT in the UK. That is the morning one, and then the afternoon one is obviously right now. So make sure you go and vote so that I can make a decision in order to how to get you these guys, get these lives to you guys as best as possible. So without further ado, let's get into this. Let's look at the Bitcoin price action. We can see that we got a bit of a pump today with a bit of a rejection. So we are getting a dump because of this gap getting filled, but let's get into it. So we've been looking at the dailies here, and let's look at market Cipher and jump right into it. And we can see that we've had this beautiful bullish divergence on the 3-day now that has printed, and we can see that it could be bringing us quite down in this beautiful rally that we've had. This could be bearish. There is some manufacturing and little bits of macro data that's coming out. Data, how do you say it? Who cares? Just don't call me data. So let's keep going. We got this bearish div that has brought us down. Also on the 2-day, right? We can see the bearish div. Very strong signal. We've had one before that was all the way back here at the peaking top here. We can see that we have a higher high right? And then we also have a lower low, right? So we got bear divs. This one brought us down immensely, right? Dropping your knickers in a twist 40%. So be careful, be careful, be careful, because we could be looking for more downwards action if this fully plays out. Now, money flow still is in the green for the 2-day and the 3-day, and it has yet to drop below the 0 line. It is holding strong, so that could be a bullish sign. We could be continuing our way upwards and denying the fact that Bitcoin is on an uptrend trajectory. So trajectory, how do you say that word? Trajectory. But we can see that Bitcoin has had a wee bit of a rally on the Sunday to push the candle, the weekly candle, up a bit. So we can see a nice curvature to the shape here, and then possibly looking for, like top 10 just said, looking for a new low. Now, we've been talking about this. We've had this push up, this push down, this push up, failure to break the 25K. Now we're having a push down. But for me, what will be more significant is if we do come here, we need to get below this low here, right around 21,500. Right? If we can get below this and put in a lower low, I do believe that we can see more downside, because this is what's holding us up. This is, I believe, where the FTX is. Yes, it is. Look, if we draw a horizontal line here, the FTX drop all the way through here. This is our key level of support. So if we can drop below this, we should be in the bearish sentiment of the market. But right now, we're still in an uptrend. Makes sense? Makes sense to me. Hopefully this makes sense to you. So let's watch for a bounce here. We're clearly at, I believe, a Fibonacci golden pocket. If we pull that, yes, you can see bang to bang. We can see we're bouncing off a golden pocket, which is hard for us to get through, right? It's always going to give us some sort of reaction, some sort of resistance. Let's pull a volume profile. Let's look across. Well, where are we trading? We got a point of control right at the Fibonacci golden pocket. Look at all this confluence that we're getting for you guys here. So this is going to be a tough level for the bears to break. Tough. Not like me, but like you guys for putting up with me. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to every single one of you. Thank you for your support. We're at 196 subscribers. Can we get 200 this week and have a little 200 party? You know what I mean? I know what you mean. So as we go through these beautiful time zones, we look at the market cipher and we ask market cipher, what are we doing? Are we going to create some sort of bullish divergence that's going to bring us up? Well, we had a bullish div on the shorter term time frames right around here, but we'll look at that as well, and we'll also look at what price is doing right now, because obviously I was at work today swinging my hammer as a carpenter. I was hanging some sheets today and they weren't lining up because the walls weren't straight, and it was just a big mess in my head trying to get this paneling all nice and straight and presentable. But in the end, we got it looking bang spot on. So shout out to everybody out there who's working a day job, trying to extract profits from this market, coming home, looking at the charts, watching the live stream, and trading, because we're given all the levels here. Thank you so much for being here. So let's continue. With the 6 hour, we have the green dot that's brought us up. Same with the 5 and the 4 over the weekend. Yes, volume has been low over the weekend. We'll pull up the volume just to show you. We've had a steady decline of volume. Continuous. Obviously, the bigger chunk of that decline is over the weekends, but it hasn't been as prominent because there is a bit more of fear in the markets due to Jerome Powell and his non-decisive manner lately. So we can see that maybe we have a trend coming down here, maybe not, but we can also see that maybe we're coming something like this. This is interesting to look at, but nonetheless, the grand scheme of things is that we are in a downtrend. We are looking to continue downwards, and we've had a rejection off of the lows here. Now, were these setups given? Yes, these setups were given in the Discord. So don't forget to join us in the Discord, because I shared these levels with you last night and the night before. So if you haven't got the levels down, make sure to add them to your charts, and you can see that we have this value area high local. We also have a point of control down below here that we hit literally basically right to the dollar on Bitcoin. I love when that happens. We just out here killing it. We can clearly see that there's multiple levels here that served as a support before, but now acts as a resistance to us getting above here, right? Does that make sense? I hope it does. So we can see it is a level of resistance. Can we pull a Fibonacci golden pocket? Well, if I was going to pull one, I'd pull one from maybe up here down to the swing low here. Nah, that's too late in the game. But if we pull one from up here or down here, we can see maybe it's a 786. That's more accurate. Well, it's in between there. So there's a range, but we also have this value area high local here. So what gave us the signal for the move up? Well, the signal of the move up was clearly we came down and then we formed a bullish divergence here on the higher time frames. This is the 2 hour, so this is quite strong. Don't get it twisted. This is quite strong. You can see right here that this is pretty strong and it has brought us up, but we have clearly been rejected here. Now, we were looking for a reaction upwards, so I know some people are in longs and they're holding on to their longs, but we need to be cautious right now. So the CME gap has dropped down. It's been filled, right? We drew the CME gap. It's been at least half filled. So that's a good sign. Could continue a bit lower, right? But let's go back over to this chart and we can see that we've come up, we've peaked, and now we're coming down. Now, where is this bearish divergence? Where is the reaction to help us get into this beautiful short position that we did not take because we were busy swinging a hammer trying to make a penny instead of big, huge gains on our trading account? So we swung the hammer, we made pennies, we missed the trade. One day, maybe we make the trade and we don't go and swing the hammer, but until then, let's keep on to the charts. So what happened? Let's go to the 30-minute. Let's go to maybe the 30 will give us something dirty, right? Dirty 30s. It's a great time to be alive, right? We have lower momentums. We have money flow staying in the green though, right? So, but we did have a crossover here. Oop, look at that VWAP. VWAP's giving you a sign literally when price reacted here that we were going to drop. So VWAP could have been a sign. Let's get into some shorter term time frames, because when we're looking for a reaction at a certain key level, we want to be typically around the 12, maybe, I wouldn't say as low as the 5, maybe the 7. Let's check out the 7, because there's a lot of information coming at you on the 7. Don't be on the 3. I know you guys are on the 3. I know you guys are on the 3-minute degen trading. Are you guys joining me on the 1 minute? What about the 10-second chart? The 10-second chart, anybody? Comment down below with an otter emoji and 10 seconds if you made it this far in the live stream. Okay? So let's go to the 12-minute. Let's look for the reaction that Bitcoin had today. And I want you guys also to definitely put in, have a safe flight, Mama Otter, okay? And I will let Mama Otter know that you guys shouted her out in the chat down below, because Mama Otter is flying back to Canada tomorrow. So make sure you guys definitely wish her a safe flight and keep her in your prayers, because we're all about mamas in this place, right? Nomad Dad says, LFG, time for my dad walk and listen. Someone said degen? Thanks so much for being here, Nomad Dad. Shout out to you. Hope you're enjoying your walk. Get out in the fresh air. Take a break from trading. It's always a good idea. Reset before you come to the charts. Take a walk, right? It's always about having a safe and healthy mindset before you get to the charts. Remember, that's what we preach over here. So we can see for a reaction, it's been kind of hard to see. We can see that we've had many exhaustion wicks, right? So that would be my first sign, is that we can't seem to break this even with quite a bit of volume. We flip on the volume, we can see, yeah, we got volume pushed us up. Volume tried to push us out, and volume got exhausted, right? So that's a very good sign that volume is not going to get us. Unless volume's beating this one, it's not getting you out of here. Bears are hungry. Bears are starving. Bears are coming out of hibernation, right? 100% health first. That's what it's all about, Nomad Dad. Shout out to you. Shout out to healthy people. Shout out if you're not healthy and trying to get healthy. And shout out to everybody for just trying, because I appreciate you all. Okay. So look at this. We can see exhaustion, exhaustion, exhaustion. Oh, what's that? What's that right there? That looks like a lower low, and a higher high. We got a bearish divergence, popping it down, sending us down. So there you go. There's your kind of setup right there. I would have been looking to grab this one, but our level was a little bit off. I was at 578, I believe I said this morning. 579. So even if you got in at 579 and you used a good risk management, and guess what? 579 with, targeting the lows, and I would definitely have this at least to the bottom of this, maybe even above here. So if you're practicing that kind of risk management and targeting the lows, I mean, this looks like a pretty juicy trade setup in my opinion, and that was given. So don't forget to like and subscribe and join the channel, because we're giving it away for free. We're just here helping, right? This channel is all about helping. So there's your trade setup. Now the question is, where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? Well, we know Mama Otter's going home, so I'm gonna give you these levels as quick as possible, because I'm gonna go spend some time with her, because guess what? I'm not gonna see her for at least 6 months. So let's take a look here. Where can we bounce from in order to come back? And that lines up perfectly with where we've been trading at right now. So look for definitely a reaction at this 0.5 / golden pocket, which happens to work out with the value area high. So if we're looking for a bounce, for a price to continue upwards, we'll see how the S&P opens up tomorrow. So let's take that down. Let's make a note at 23,100 or a little bit higher, but 23,100. We're gonna set that there and look for a reaction for price to make a higher high, right? So we'll see how that reacts. We also got to note that there are these levels above us. Now, these are all high volume areas. Same with the volume below. So I will share these definitely in the Discord. So make sure you're with us on the Discord. I'll zoom out, or you can screenshot this right now and just add it to your charts, right? That we have all these levels here ready and waiting for people to come and trade. So make sure to take these down. These are all levels that I'm watching. And look for market sentiment to be displayed to you guys through the S&P 500, because that's what we're going to dive into next, right? So look for a reaction. Now, what is the reaction? What is the reaction for tomorrow? Well, we don't know how tomorrow is going to be, but we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look at what's the inside scoop. So the inside scoop is definitely the mini futures, right? The mini futures right here. We can see that we've come down. Like we've talked about previous, we've come down and we've had a little bounce off this huge trend line that has been respected throughout, as you can see. So you see, it's respected, right? So we're seeing we've had this midterm, we've come down, we've bounced, right? What's going to happen? We'll make sure to add the mini futures, S&P mini futures. I don't know if you guys can see that. Here you go. S&P mini futures right there. Make sure you guys add that. Same with the CME here, the BTC, 1 exclamation mark. Make sure you guys add that, right? And I will put back my banner. Shout out to the banner. But make sure you add that, because it's reacting right now. It's actually moving, right? So it's Monday morning, Sunday evening. It starts moving before the S&P. So what has it done since then, right? So you can see here, boom, it's come up. Oh, it's come up. Right now it's curling over with a red X, but it has come up. So maybe the S&P is ready for a little bit of a pump. Maybe it's ready for a little bit of a pump. So we can see the S&P, same things, come down, bounced off this trend line. Can we get a little pump, which would mean a pump for Bitcoin, right? Which would mean a pump for Bitcoin. So watch the S&P, watch it diligently. Now let's look at the Dixie. The Dixie is not enormous, okay? We're trying to be on topic here, but we can see that we're getting a massive pump, and Dixie is moving all the way up into this zone here. Holy smokes, bonanza. We're coming all the way up into this 105, right? We are flying. When the Dixie pumps, risk assets drop, okay? People are holding on to their dollars. So watch this rally to be probably extinguished and for us to come back maybe into this 104 zone, which would be healthy, but would also pump the Bitcoin price. So if we do drop here, we will pump, right? And if we do pump on the S&P, we will probably pump on Bitcoin. So that's something to definitely keep in mind. Keep watching. We'll look for a reaction. Come tonight or while I sleep, there will probably be a reaction, and I will be sleeping like a baby because I had a nice hard day of work. But take down these prices. Make sure to add them. Monday is not a good trade, says Top 10. You know what? Any day is an okay day to trade as long as you come with a right mindset, a good plan, identify the trend, have a trading plan, and always practice good risk management. And no matter what, you can preserve your capital and be profitable in the long term. Long-term outlook on the price can always be good. So make sure to write these down and be prepared for the market to react. That is me today. I know it's a short one, but I have priorities, which is Mama Otter. So God bless you all. I hope you have a wonderful, safe day. May the force be with you. Much love. Take care. Peace out. Bye. Mama Otter, are we gonna have crocodilian tonight? Yeehaw, let's get it done.